Nature doesn't warn before it turns. One moment, everything feels normal. The next, something shifts violently.
What? Max, what is going on?
Suddenly, without control. And when it does, there's no stopping it. These are the moments when nature showed just how unpredictable it can be. Around 19th March 2026, a clip started to circulate on social media, showing millions of snakes that were falling on the ground from a cloudy sky, almost as if it were raining. In the clip, bystanders can be seen to be more curious than terrified about how this was happening, given the high probability that these slithering reptiles could be venomous. While the location remains unknown, the source swore that it was real, which shocked many viewers. Experts, however, believe that this could have been the result of a powerful wind that may have picked them up from miles away, and this was the random landing spot. Speculations were also raised that this was a curse of the Earth descending onto humanity. Dragonfly swarm.
Holy crap, look at this.
Beachgoers were surprised when a massive swarm of dragonflies suddenly covered a beach in Rhode Island, creating an unsettling, almost biblical-like scene for visitors on July 29, 2024. The incident took place at Misquamicut Beach, where large numbers of the insects filled the air and spread across the shoreline. The swarm moved rapidly through the area, flying under umbrellas, around chairs, and weaving between people as they tried to avoid them. This came to a shock, as over the years most species of dragonflies have been on the endangered list, but this sudden emergence shows the tide of nature is turning around. Ocean blaze.
Dramatic images from the Gulf of Mexico show a fire burning in the water.
An offshore oil rig issued an emergency alert after a powerful blaze erupted nearby when a gas pipeline ruptured in the Gulf of Mexico in July 2021. While the crews battled the blaze to put it out, which they did after a while, the cause of ignition, however, remained unknown. However, according to an expert, the cause of this inferno was due to the underwater eruption of magma that it caused. Due to poor maintenance of the pipeline, this could have turned into a catastrophe from Mother Earth, with the growing greed of humanity for natural resources. Prophecy sign? In the second week of November 2023, an unusual incident was reported when sections of the Nile River appeared to turn a deep red, quickly drawing widespread attention online. Images of the discolored water spread rapidly, leaving many viewers unsettled by the striking visual. The scene reminded some of a passage from the Book of Exodus, where the river turning to blood is described as one of the 10 plagues. The resemblance to the biblical account led to intense speculation, with many linking the site to prophecy and religious significance. Red Sprite. In Oklahoma in 2019, a stargazer captured red sprite lightning, an unusual phenomenon high above in the sky. These glowing red flashes form in the upper atmosphere above towering cumulonimbus clouds, far beyond normal lightning. Triggered by powerful positive lightning between clouds and the ground, they release energy upward, creating eerie, branching shapes that flicker briefly in the night sky. Though rarely seen, sprites highlight the intense forces within storms, serving as a reminder of nature's raw and unpredictable power, as if the sky itself is reacting to the chaos below. Water on fire. While visiting Mocha Island, a tourist witnessed and recorded a strange and striking scene where flames appeared to burn directly on the surface of the ocean. Water seemed to surge out with pressure, yet parts of it caught fire, creating a surreal effect. Experts have suggested that such phenomena can occur naturally when gases like ethanol or other flammable compounds escape from beneath the seabed and ignite upon reaching the surface. Even with this explanation, the flame's intensity and behavior remain unusual, and the incident continues to draw curiosity and discussion. Mysterious fireballs. While passing on the outskirts of Catamarca, a driver noticed a very weird phenomenon where a fireball was moving across the ground while being just over a foot above it. Gradually, it crashed onto the side of the road only moments after the source started filming it. Another similar incident was filmed in the same parts of Catamarca, where the recorder spotted 2 red fireballs that were moving and bouncing along the ground before it started moving all around the area randomly. While no explanation about this has come to light, apart from claims that these effects were largely due to the wrath of Mother Nature being laid down on humanity.
Look.
Locust swarm. Millions upon millions of insects rained down from the sky in Bahrain, hitting car windows and shocking travelers on the road. Well, right before, similar swarms had hit Africa, China, and parts of Europe, leaving devastation in their path. What is the reason behind this? Well, no one knows, as the level of this swarm had never been witnessed before. For the witnesses who were unexpectedly caught in the swarm, it felt like nature was sending a warning, a mysterious signal that humans were not meant to ignore. Underground eruption. Around 6th January 2026, residents of a small neighborhood in Centralia, Pennsylvania, noticed smoke rising from the ground. Soon after, the earth began to crack, revealing a glowing, magma-like substance burning beneath the surface. Concerned about the spread of the underground fire and the toxic gases it released, authorities evacuated the area rapidly. While many considered the event a natural occurrence or a sudden geological calamity, some blamed it on the town's deteriorating infrastructure, sparking debate about the true cause of the mysterious subterranean blaze. Leaking desert. In Saudi Arabia, on the 19th of August 2022, desert sands were pierced by an unexpected gush of water, startling locals who had never seen anything like it in the arid landscape. The sudden flow drew crowds and sparked curiosity, with some linking it to ancient prophecies about deserts turning green, while others speculated it was the result of underground pressure or shifting geological layers. Regardless of its cause, the phenomenon captured widespread attention, leaving observers in awe at the rare spectacle of life emerging from the barren desert and prompting discussions about whether nature was sending a mysterious, timely signal. Fire whirl. In North Dakota, a bizarre scene unfolded as a small fire whirl spun across a snow-covered driveway. Flames dancing and melting the snow beneath. At first, it looked almost supernatural, like ice itself was on fire. The homeowner later revealed that gasoline had been poured to clear the driveway, creating the dramatic effect. While it wasn't magic, the combination of snow and swirling fire created a striking and unusual display, capturing the attention of anyone who saw it.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Crimson sunrise. A resident in California captured unsettling footage of the sun rising behind the Los Angeles skyline.
There's so much smoke that it is blocking the sun,
which was engulfed in thick wildfire smoke. The sky took on a deep orange-red glow, casting an eerie, almost post-apocalyptic light over the city. The heavy smoke filtered the sunlight, dimming visibility and tinting everything in a haunting shade. As the video spread online, many viewers reacted with alarm, some linking it to climate concerns, while others described it as a warning sign. In reality, the scene was a direct result of intense wildfires burning across the region, turning a natural sunrise into a dramatic and sobering reminder of their impact.
See how dark it is over here.
Falling birds. In Mexico, a disturbing scene unfolded when a very large flock of yellow-headed blackbirds suddenly dropped from the sky mid-flight, as if something had gone terribly wrong. The birds had been flying normally before they abruptly lost control and fell, with some passing away on impact, while others struggled to recover. Security footage captured the moment, raising serious concerns about what could have caused it. Many pointed to possible human-related factors such as air pollution, toxic fumes, or electromagnetic interference, while others saw it as a sign of nature under stress. The incident left a strong impression, suggesting that environmental imbalance may be having visible and unsettling effects on wildlife. Fiery desert sinkhole. In a remote desert, a lone nomad stumbled upon a sight that defied expectation. A wide opening in the sand revealed flames rising from within, flickering upward before pulling back, as if the ground itself was alive. The sand inside the pit wasn't still. It shifted and sank, drawn toward the heat in a slow, unsettling motion. The entire scene was silent yet intense, giving the impression that the Earth was breathing fire from beneath its surface. With no clear explanation, the discovery left behind a haunting question. Was it a hidden natural phenomenon or something deeper waiting below? Flashing sky. While traveling through the countryside of Oregon late at night, passengers witnessed a strange display in the sky on the 24th of November, 2024. A section of the cloud-covered sky began flashing repeatedly, drawing attention as the rest of the horizon remained completely dark. The activity stayed confined to one area, making it even more unusual. Due to the thick clouds, the source of the light couldn't be seen, only the bright pulses reflecting through the sky. The steady, rhythmic flashing stood out from typical conditions, leaving those who recorded it unsure of what exactly they had witnessed. Giant glowing asteroid. In Manila, a bright asteroid was reportedly seen streaking across the night sky in September 2024, capturing widespread attention. Emerging out of the darkness, it briefly illuminated the sky with an intense glow, almost like daylight, before descending rapidly toward the horizon. Witnesses were struck by its size, speed, and the way it burned brightly as it entered Earth's atmosphere. While events of asteroids aren't that concerning, unlike objects of this kind, which have the potential to cause serious damage, similar to the ancient impact linked to the extinction event that led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. Sky fireball.
Driving to Titusville and caught the curious flash in the sky on his dash cam.
Back in November 2025, a man named Dalton Rosenfeld was heading out early in the morning on Interstate 95 when he noticed a fireball passing across the sky in central Florida. Now, this wasn't something like an asteroid, meteorite, or space debris that was coming down to Earth, but rather was just passing in the sky.
It was shocking. I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand what was going on.
According to Rosenfeld, it kept on multiplying, which made the nature of this even more mysterious while it was brightly lit by the flame.
It was the flashes of lights as it was splitting apart, and then as it split apart, it separated into pieces and continued across.
Swirling bugs. What you're seeing isn't some weird trail of smoke, but rather long columns of swirling bugs. Around mid-February 2024, massive swarms of mosquitoes overwhelmed parts of Pune, forcing many residents to remain indoors. Thick clouds of insects were seen forming over the city, creating serious health concerns due to the diseases they can spread. In some areas, people avoided going outside altogether, and children were kept away from parks and gardens. Reports suggested that the surge in mosquito numbers was linked to rising water levels in the Mulamutha River, directly caused by the effects of global warming. These created the damp conditions ideal for breeding, allowing the population to grow rapidly and spread across the region. Flaring mystery. Late at night, a man stepped out for a walk in Kingsport when he came across something he couldn't explain. Hovering just above the ground was a strange, glowing formation, flickering in a way that resembled something seen on a screensaver. It remained suspended in place, shifting and flaring without any clear source. The man watched it for several minutes, trying to make sense of what he was seeing, but found no explanation. Eventually, he left the area, with the unusual sight remaining a mystery. Global humming. In 2022, unusually low-frequency sounds were reported in multiple locations around the world, leaving many people puzzled. In places like Sweden, residents described hearing a trumpet-like noise, while similar reports came from regions including Michigan, China, and Australia. A British researcher also documented a persistent humming sound in his home, which did not stop even after the power was cut.
Ultimately, I cut the power to the entire house. and the sound got louder.
Broader phenomenon he referred to as a worldwide hum, supported by reports from thousands of people globally. Scientists explored possible explanations such as low-frequency vibrations, atmospheric effects, or distant mechanical sources, but no single cause was confirmed. The mystery remains unresolved, with reports continuing to spark discussion and debate.
Guys, what is going on?
Strange flashes. A resident in a remote area near Vancouver stepped outside after noticing an unusual lightning-like phenomenon in the sky. Filming from an elevated position,
Oh my god.
he captured flashes that appeared different from typical lightning, with patterns and intensity that stood out from normal natural events. The footage quickly drew attention, as neither the person recording nor experts could clearly explain what caused the effect. It remained uncertain whether the phenomenon was natural, man-made, or something else entirely, leaving the incident open to speculation.
What the?
Glowing shadow. Just a few weeks ago, on March 16, an unusual sight caught the attention of witnesses when a large, square-shaped shadow appeared in the sky. The dark shape seemed to move slowly across the clouds, forming a sharp, straight edge that didn't resemble anything typically seen overhead. No visible aircraft or object was creating it. Only the shadow itself was drifting across the sky. Some observers suggested it could be a rare atmospheric effect or an optical illusion, while others believed it pointed to something far more unusual. The true cause remains unclear, leaving people to form their own theories about what was seen. Falling fireball.
It was 7 tons of something moving at more than 40,000 miles an hour across the skies of the central U.S. today, and it came with a sonic boom.
From Maryland to Michigan, a 7-ton meteoroid streaked across the central U.S. sky on March 18th, traveling at 45,000 miles per hour and lighting up the morning like a blazing fireball. The atmospheric entry produced a loud boom, creating a shockwave over Medina County, Ohio, and startling residents who initially mistook it for a rocket. Observers from Mercer, Pennsylvania to Michigan captured the phenomenon on cameras, with some fragments even reaching the ground. At 6 feet in diameter, it was too small to track in advance, likely a wandering asteroid or fragment from a larger one.
A small asteroid could be a fragment from a larger one. We really don't know.
The rare sight serves as a dramatic reminder of the unpredictable power of nature. Spiraling vortex. Up in the skies of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a bystander filmed an unusual spectacle as a vortex-like formation appeared behind the clouds. Initially, onlookers speculated it might be some kind of portal, but it was later speculated to be some rare, natural, atmospheric phenomenon. The swirling structure slowly rotated and shifted, captivating those who witnessed it, before gradually dissipating and vanishing from view within minutes, leaving only a sense of awe at the fleeting display. Giant in ice? Back in February this year, researchers in the Antarctic region captured footage of what appeared to be a massive, dark, multi-limbed shadow moving beneath the translucent ice, evoking imagery of ancient sea monsters like Leviathan in a foggy, polar seascape. While the details of what this was remain a complete mystery, most viewers were concerned about the biblical references to beasts from the abyss. With no scientific reports or comments that were shared by any governments or media, the incident was a striking and mysterious spectacle. Concerning swarm, people all around the US have been reporting strange events that looked similar to end-of-the-world type, which could not be explained. Many videos have gone viral that show birds swamping the sky.
What? Knox, what is going on?
Some also claim that these birds are dropping down and their streets are filled with them. Within the swarm, most of the birds seem to look like they were all in panic, as if it were a doomsday that was playing out. Not only have these events stirred panic and fear amongst the locals, it has also started a debate about whether these are all signs of the end times mentioned in the Bible.
No clue, it's a murder!
Holy.
Living rock. In Panama, a video went viral after a man discovered what he believed was a meteorite in his backyard. At first, it resembled an ordinary space rock, dark, rough and irregularly shaped. Excited by the find, he brought it inside, sharing it online, where it quickly sparked discussion. But over time, the rock began to behave strangely. It stretched and formed thin, thread-like strands, slowly losing any resemblance to a normal stone. Clips even appeared to show it moving, as if alive. Alarmed by its bizarre transformation, the man eventually chose to release the object into a nearby river, unsure of what he had truly encountered. Ground crash. An incident that occurred in Grindavik, Iceland on the 13th of November, 2023, saw the ground not just crack, but one side partially collapse. Aerial footage revealed a massive fissure running through the town, with steam rising from deep within, leaving residents stunned. The event followed thousands of minor tremors that had shaken Iceland in the preceding days. While some locals speculated about man-made interference, experts pointed to natural geological forces as the cause. The dramatic scene shows the possibility that can occur as nature reshapes the landscape with sudden and unpredictable force. Atmospheric fury. Residents of Islamabad noticed an unusual concentration of towering cumulonimbus clouds forming over one part of the sky, accompanied by intense lightning on the 6th of September, 2025. The dramatic scene quickly drew attention across the city, as observers were struck by the strangely localized cloud mass, which produced a brief but powerful burst of rain in a confined area. While meteorologists attributed the event to shifting atmospheric patterns and unstable conditions, the striking visuals sparked widespread discussion online, with some suggesting more extraordinary explanations, linking the phenomenon to regional geological activity and the timing of a nearby lunar eclipse. Tear in the Matrix. The very fabric of reality that used to be questioned by many has finally turned out to be true. In Idaho, a man captured footage one night showing something so strange that many have called it a glitch in the Matrix, though some wonder if it's far more unsettling. Did it reveal a tear in the fabric of time and space, or is it simply a trick of light interacting with the camera? The mystery deepened when the man vanished shortly after posting the clip online. His sudden disappearance has fueled speculation that he may have witnessed something the world was never meant to see, leaving the video both haunting and unresolved. Red waterfall. Earlier this year, researchers made another discovery in Antarctica where a massive waterfall was seen flowing onto pure white ice. While many people online were concerned about what caused it, scientists explained that the water had been trapped beneath a glacier for over 2 million years. Rich in iron and lacking oxygen, when it comes into contact with air, it reacts and turns red, creating a striking effect. This also raised concerns about the impact of global warming and how it may be affecting ancient formations beneath the ice. Lightning sky reveal. During the effect of the lightning, a bizarre development occurred where a glowing, disc-like object appeared among the clouds. The luminous shape stood out clearly in the flashing, with no obvious source or explanation. This development was something that was never reported to have ever been seen occurring before. Some observers suggested it could be a rare atmospheric effect, while others argued it didn't align with any familiar phenomena. With no official confirmation or identified technology, the footage remains unexplained and continues to spark debate. Funneling effect. In the skies over Mission Valley in March 2026, a striking moment was captured as a funnel cloud formed above the Mission Mountains. The formation appeared as if the sky itself was reaching down toward the snow-covered ridgeline, creating a surreal and dramatic scene. While the phenomenon is considered natural, some skeptics questioned whether it could be linked to cloud seeding activities. Regardless of such claims, the visual impact left many viewers amazed, showing how easily natural atmospheric events can appear mysterious at first glance. Falling waste. On the 24th of October, 2025, residents in Subang noticed a strange dark cloud descending slowly over rice fields and nearby homes, prompting many to step outside and record the scene. At first, it appeared to be an ordinary cloud, but the situation quickly became concerning when a strong, unpleasant odor filled the air, resembling sewage or industrial waste. Given the area's industrial presence, many suspected nearby factories as a possible source. The incident raised concerns among locals and environmental groups, who pointed out ongoing issues with waste management, leaving residents uneasy about potential health risks. Risen water level. This is another example from Tulare Lake of what the spreading of rising water levels around the world looks like as more and more ice caps melt away. With these extremely large areas of land that have gone underwater and will continue to do so, would soon start to affect agricultural production to an extent that causes global food scarcity, making things much worse than they already are. Metal rain particles. After a heavy rain, a man entered his home and noticed something unusual: tiny black specks covering surfaces throughout the space, shifting slightly as if they were alive. At first, he assumed they were insect larvae, but a closer look revealed something far different. The particles appeared metallic, scattered in large numbers, and moving subtly, as though influenced by an unseen force. The strange sight quickly raised concern, but experts later explained that strong winds can lift fine metal dust or mineral particles from industrial areas and carry them into the atmosphere, where they eventually fall back with rain. What seemed mysterious was actually a rare environmental effect, though its appearance left a lasting impression. Jelly rain. A resident returned home after a heavy rainfall and noticed the sky had taken on a strange, dark yellow hue on the 27th of January, 2012. The rainfall had passed, but something unusual remained.
In amongst the hail came this, and
scattered across the garden were small, jelly-like spheres that didn't behave like normal hail. They didn't melt, didn't dissolve in water, and broke apart the moment someone tried to pick them up, slipping through their fingers. The bizarre objects quickly drew attention, with experts suggesting they could be pollutants trapped within the hail.
Only one idea: I think it might be some kind of atmospheric pollution that's been caught up in the hailstones, and it's.
However, the man remained convinced that something far more unusual had fallen from the sky. Moving sky mist. A recent video from Syria has drawn widespread attention after capturing a strange formation in the sky.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Thin, white, mist-like shapes were seen rising vertically between the clouds, moving one after another in a way that didn't resemble normal cloud behavior. Their tall, shifting forms gave the impression of giant figures gliding across the sky, with motion that seemed almost controlled rather than wind-driven. The unusual sight sparked intense discussion, with some linking it to ancient accounts of sky mists, believed to appear before major changes. Since then, the footage has left many viewers questioning what they were truly seeing. Skylight door. In Tulsa, several residents recorded a strange moment in the sky as a bright, rectangular shape appeared to open like a glowing doorway before quickly closing.
It's opening! It's like a door! Holy,
The sight lasted only a few seconds, yet it was clear enough to spark intense discussion online. With no official explanation released, speculation spread rapidly, ranging from unknown atmospheric activity to advanced technology and even more unusual possibilities. The sharp edges and sudden appearance of the light left many unsettled, as the sky returned to normal just as quickly as it had changed, leaving behind more questions than answers.
Wow.
It's humming.
Wait.
Oh, it just closed.
Sparkling phenomena.
Get out of my car. Not doing anything dangerous, but
Residents in Montgomery County gathered in the streets on the 20th of July, 2025, after noticing unusual activity in the sky. Low above the horizon, a series of vivid, multicolored lightning flashes appeared following the buildup of dark clouds. The display stood out from typical lightning, with shifting colors and patterns that held people's attention. Many watched in curiosity as the phenomenon continued without causing any damage or disruption. Though striking and unfamiliar in appearance, the event was later considered a rare atmospheric occurrence, showing how unpredictable and visually intense conditions can sometimes become.
Here it comes, here it comes.
Open discussion. In the last few years, a series of events have been following where the intensity of phenomena started playing out, with fiery particles moving all around, setting trees ablaze hours before a wildfire was reported to have started, raising concerns of an unexpected and unseen torching effect that was occurring naturally. Meanwhile, the intensity and appearances of locusts that also started all around the world caused significant damage and losses to grain crops, causing severe food shortages, despite the efforts of the government.